right, I'm here at the Alpine Visitor Center in Rocky Mountain National Park. Some good elk on the horizon there. You can barely see dead center against the sky. I thought I'd just give you my thoughts on the park, tell you what we did, and maybe I'll help you plan your visit a little bit. So first off, Rocky Mountain National Park is an awesome park. It looks like a park, feels like a park. It has all the elements. I mean, it has alpine lakes and rivers and waterfalls and forests, loads of animals. We saw lots of moose. I think we saw 4 or 5 moose. We saw probably 200 elk, marmots, rabbits, birds, squirrels. I mean, it has everything that you want in a park. First day we were a little worn out, so we checked out the mountain towns, or the gateway towns, and we did a little of the sightseeing and little tiny 0.2 mile walks to viewpoints and things like that. Yesterday we were feeling quite adventurous. We got a timed entry pass to Bear Lake area, and we hiked what in our guidebook says is the most worthwhile trail, which is a trail up to Sky Pond. It was 5 miles out, 5 miles back with the shuttle picking you up from your parking spot. It was really intense for our kids, 6, 8, and 10. It was beautiful, it was tough, it was challenging. Yeah. What I would say about Rocky Mountain, though, and this is a type of criticism, I suppose, is the one thing it's missing here is like this otherworldliness. Like when you go to Bryce Canyon, or you go to Zion, like Bryce Canyon and the Hoodoos, or Zion and the Color, or Arches and the Arches, or Yosemite and El Capitan, or Glacier and the Shapes. You know, there's this otherworldliness. There's this element where you just see like, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything like this, or I didn't know anything like this existed. This is otherworldly. And like somebody told me, when you go to you know, Canyonlands, it feels like you're in the area where dinosaurs roamed. And when you go to the redwoods and Sequoia, it's just like insane, the size and magnitude of the trees. And I would say that Rocky Mountain is missing that. Rocky Mountain gives you sort of the mountain landscape that you've seen in books and you've read about as a kid, and your parents read you in a cartoon, you know, book. It's very sort of average in that sense. It's very like what you would expect. The mountains are nondescript. They're beautiful, but they're not like those mountains from, you know, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, that they're just shapes you'd never expect to see. It's all almost exactly what you would expect to see. It's like the classic American mountain scene, maybe like Norman Rockwell, you could say. And I don't mean that as a criticism, but you, not once did we sort of go around a bend and just say like, oh my goodness, look at that, I've never seen anything like that before. So yeah, other than that one thing that I would say is missing, that those iconic peaks and those iconic views. You know, in a lot of national parks, if you were to snap a photo and show someone, they would look at it and say like, oh, that's Bryce Canyon, or oh, that's Zion. And here, there's very few peaks that are so iconic and so picturesque that if you snapped a photo and then showed someone, they'd say like, oh, that's Rocky Mountain. It's a little bit nondescript in that sense. So anyway, besides that small criticism, I guess, it's an awesome park. We had a wonderful time. The road, Trail Ridge Road, is beautiful. Bear Lake area is beautiful. Timber Creek campground was just fine. So yeah, I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. I would say if you've been to Glacier and Yosemite, prepare to be a little underwhelmed. And if you have a choice between Glacier, Yosemite, and here, I would choose Glacier and Yosemite. Nonetheless, it's a beautiful park. And if you do come, I hope what I've shared helps you plan your visit a little bit more. Take care.